easier by defense, just naturally. So now that BD is on defense, it's not as hard for them to link up and do things together. They did very well in that round to do just that. But again, the main thing is really, it's just the strategy from NiP. Their main focus was on coming into the actual site floor from below. And that's all well and good, but it doesn't matter if you plant if you can't stay alive to hold it in the post. So when you're getting collapsed on by the guys above, I mean, it's really easy for those defenders to win those engagements, generally speaking. And of course, there's, you know, PZD's individual performance to highlight, that he's winning those gunfights with the UMP, and in head-to-head gunfights, no less. But in general, yeah, it's just a lack of focus upstairs. Now, keep in mind, Pino did die to a C4 from below, and he was set up to take the top floor. So it's entirely possible that Pino's intention was to clear out upstairs, start applying vertical pressure, and then, oh yeah, you're going to be able to plant, and I'll cover you from above. But that's just one player, and it's not a lot of focus, really, to be placing on something like Kafe top floor. Again, I'm seeing much faster attack strategies on this map from LATAM so far. Of the 4 teams we've seen play on it, much faster attack strategies than I'm used to seeing from North America, for example, because of the difference in defensive meta. But I would say that those rounds are really ending before they should, because it's not necessarily all about the operators. It's also because the attack is they're not being thorough. They're not, you know, fully clearing stuff out before they attack. They're not finishing their steps, and they're also not checking before they peek. Red stairs, drop down. There goes Muzi, Hugsord with a very aggressive play.
And that's a major detriment for Ninjas in Pajamas as well. You look at the lineup that's being brought from Black Dragons, and IQ is very good at finding PZD, Lagonis, Hugsord, and Hornetau's gadgets. That IQ now being gone means that you are going to have to rely on your drones to spot those yokai drones, to spot those pests, to spot the jammers. And this will be a very stifling defense. Not only are you depriving information from NiP with the Mute and Mozzie combo, but additionally, you're also depriving them of their ability to just launch in projectiles. Those Goyo shields are going to soak up at least 3 grenades, explosives, whatever you have on the board. And then, of course, you've got to work around the ADSs of Hornetau, which will eat up 6 of those grenades or those projectiles too. So this will be a major challenge for NiP. And you mentioned that this has been very aggressive. It's just been them literally just going on in and immediately taking fights and kind of setting a very fast tempo for a map like Kafe. NiP might at some point realize that we just need to jump in, and well, Pino gets caught out on a beautiful read from Hornetau. It looked like one of the yokais was giving him that call on the window, as you can usually see those rappel lines.
Parker, I'm sorry, did you say aggressive? No, it couldn't be. Plays like that Hornetau play right there, that's not aggression, that's game sense. Julio takes down Wag. Hugsord responds with a second shotgun blast onto Julio. The top of red stairs is not in control for the attack, and the yokai drone giving full information on Kamikaze means that it's likely Hugsord's going to win this fight. Yes, he does. Kamikaze eliminated. That's the 3rd for Hugsord, who has just been trouncing around Cigar, surviving, and in fact thriving, getting multiple kills one after another, as NiP attempt to 1v1 him one after another. There's the last 1v1, but it might be someone else who gets the kill. I'm not sure. Nope. 4K for Hugsord, and BD take another defense.
And of course, that entire round is overlooking the fact that it was a mining, dining defense.
Now, when it comes to site prep, the way Black Dragons prepares is they make a lot of rotations on the 1st and 2nd floor, and besides a lot of those rotations and lines of sight, they set reinforcements so that they have cover. Now, this strat relies heavily on maintaining top floor control, as reading and dining would normally contain as well. But it's important that they hold Cigar specifically, and you can see how they're set up. They make it really difficult to take Cigar control. Now, on site and on the 2nd floor, you can see they have a lot of rotations and lines of sight to make it so that pushing mining, which seems like the better site to push, is kind of like a death trap. It's hard to get into there, and there's a lot of things to worry about. Same with the top floor. If you're pushing that as attacker, there's a lot of lines of sight that you have to worry about, a lot of things you have to check. Now, Black Dragons plays this very aggressively at the beginning. You saw that Mute peeking IQ on the hatch with his shotgun, taking her out. Very unexpected play, but a very aggressive and well done one. And again, you see Jaeger. He's got that intel from the Echo Yokai drone So he knows that where that person on rappel is, and he knows that they're throwing a nade, which you might have heard or saw on the yokai. So they're making these aggressive plays and they're using their intel to do it. Now, the Echo also helps a lot with when people start pushing into Cigar Shop or Cigar, he just stuns them and then mute peeks it or whoever. So it's a pretty good combination of like teamwork and aggressive plays to make this really difficult for the attackers to push up there. And the reason you don't see the attackers repelling on the windows is probably because they're extremely susceptible to runouts on those windows. Because, you know, you've got the mining runout, you've got the red stairs runout, you've got the bakery runout. Those are all things that the defenders can easily get to, especially on a mining defense where one of the runouts is in sight directly. So that's why it's hard for the attackers to win this site, at least against this setup, and that's why Black Dragons was so successful in their defense on here. That's all I had to say for this video. If you learned something, give the video a like. Toodles!